Hi. Hi. Hello. Can you see me? Are we live? Is this working? All right. That's amazing news. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Good night. Good evening. Good whatever time it is right now, wherever you are. We still have our last Photoshop file open with our final um, result from last time. I'm going to quickly save that. Um, yeah, and then just make a new file, same as before. That is it. That looks. Hey, hi Aura. Welcome to the stream. We just started. I have to still pick out uh, poses to draw. I'm I'm doing all right. How are you doing? Slowly getting towards the end of the week. Just getting ready for the weekend. Uh, poses. We already used this one real suave guy. Uh, long weekend this time. True, Labor Day on Monday. So that is actually really nice. Um, you got any plans for the long weekend? Uh, sure. This works. Um, I hope the audio is not too loud. I don't know where I had it at before. I'm also trying a new playlist, so I don't know how comparatively it will do. Um, but I got a few poses. Also got some fabrics, so no worries. You just make yourself some real delicious food and just okay. I will be here. You can just chill, get cooking. I'm also trying to actually have the microphone in my face this time. Because last time I had it on the side, and whenever I'd bend down to draw, I would just like speak next to it. So we're learning and we're growing. Uh, all right, let's. I wanna do a bit more detailed today. So I'm gonna give myself 10 minutes on the timer, so we can start. A little bigger on the brush. Hip joints here. Knees are about here, right? And then we connect those. And you actually have your heel coming over here while the other comes over here, and then you have a clearly triangular foot. Elbows coming out, and then hands resting right about on hip level. Same for the other one, but it's more so like this. And then we have the spine. So. Huh. Maybe I did switch my keyboard to the wrong side, because now I can't press keys with my offhand. So let's move that to there. And then this is about head height. So I can do this to get like head. And then this is about the feet. So he has his head a little tilted. Then you have the neck at a slight angle. Shoulders come about here and here. We have a little curve, and then ending up on the waist, on the hips here. This is about the angle the leg goes down, with a knee here, then another here, then you just have the foot. Say, yeah, something like that. Then the other knee's a little lower, and then it keeps going, crossing, and the foot is on a little bit of a tilt. So when you're going straight down from the arm, around halfway of the spine, it goes out. So I'd say about here. And then this is really a little lower, but a lot closer, because it does a lot more backwards movement. Torso, hip section, then having the first leg come down, meet at the knee here, and then you have second leg. Here, the shoulder leans a little bit behind it, while here you clearly have the shoulder in front. So this arm is going to be a bit wider. And then something like that. The other arm is about here. And then comes down here to have the hand. Now, what I want to try and do is lighten this a bit and then just go, okay, so we had a head here. He's kind of at an angle, so he does something like this. He has his neck come down, and that goes into shoulders. The shoulder go a bit up here. And this just slopes off. Here you have from the shoulder, his torso is more so in the front, while here you get more the arm in the front. Here, like this. We're going a lot more detailed on this than last time, but I'm trying to get a bit more shape in there. You had the hands kind of go into a pocket here, and then pants pretty straight, a little wrinkle at some points, but it's pretty like linear. The pocket comes up here, and then you get the leg going right about here. A little bit of the sole like this. So you have like a little neck. How much do we still have going? I think we're doing all right. Something like that. So, again, too wide, but that's okay. I think this was a really decent attempt, though. I can probably like try to clean up the arm a bit, which would like it doesn't go up that much again. Oh, we can do this as well. So we have our first person. So, and since we're actually like, this is from like a fashion collection, felt like going a little more into the clothes was more than okay. Like that looks nice, doesn't it? Thank you. And we made it in time. No issues. Just got a good little boy. We can leave him there. It's a little more sass. A little less class and a little more sass is what I'd say. He knows he's cute. So, face, pretty oval. Got the shoulder points here. Going down. And the hip, somewhat opposite. It was always there. It's there. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay. So, just going off of the shape, you have the face somewhat here, then the shoulders, a little bit of an incline, not super wide. You keep going straight down. And on the opposite side, you have the hips a little thinner still than the shoulder. Yeah, that feels about right. This leg is pretty straight on, like a little curve is what it feels like. And then you have like the triangle foot. This one leans a little more forward, right? And then you get to like here and it comes back. And because of that, you're getting like a side view of it. From here, coming out, going back in. And then you have just a hand. And this one hangs a lot more, just slightly moving outwards, and then having like a little grip claw. Voila. That leg is definitely going to be too wide. That is build. So you have the face pretty straight on with the jaw. Guy's little hair. Yeah, doing good. How much? 5 minutes? It's not a lot, but also more than enough to do this, I guess. Here it dips down a lot more. Like that shoulder hangs a bit. This leather jacket has so many creases. It's it's kind of crazy. Um, we can do. Just looking at it. Probably the arm is a little more front and center here. Just coming like this. Arm is too wide. It's more like this, what it feels like. Oh, yeah. I have new commands. Thank you, Vic, for the reminder. I have a command that basically allows you to get the information from where I got my inspiration for the challenge that we're doing. There's like a weird pouch thing going on here. Don't know what to call it. I don't know what it is. Is it like a belt strip kind of thing? This. That's pretty well. So here the arm is a lot more behind the vest. You get something like this. Does something like this. Very thin knees. Don't know if I'm doing these legs a little too thin, but it's not looking bad. Hey, look at that. I think that is an acceptable thing. That is. I know. I know. But I felt like last time we were going through the the gestures like really quickly. Like we did 15 total in last stream. And I thought it might be nicer to just take the time and just get going. Do I need to quickly going to the time ran out. Oh no. Just quickly sharing. Come on, 8 minutes challenge. I'm quickly sharing. Pa pa pa. Ba-da-da-da. I'm starting to bob on the music. Let me refocus real quickly. I think we did great on this. This one looks great, doesn't he? He's just a little cutie. Just got his little pizzazz with his little jacket. I'll leave you here. Only going to quickly remove these lines and lock you so I don't start moving everything across you. Okay, we can scroll down a little bit. So new code. So we have him looking kind of like this. Guy's neck, shoulders. Then got his hips. Knees are fairly forward. He's overextending his knee a little bit, isn't he? But also, I really like his boots. These are some cute boots. And then elbow into the hand that just goes into the pocket. We can do an easy one. I'll do a 5-minute one. No. No, I'm just thinking. I am going to do an example of tracing them. So I'll just center them a little more for me. So shoulders, torso, this is like most of the front of it. Isn't it? Like his chest is kind of facing here. Similarly, for the hips, we have this space. Then from that, just going down, one leg, two legs, like this. We have an arm joint on the side here that comes here. He has this one that just comes down. This one is a lot easier doing it like overlaid. Just going to quickly try and reshape the form. Something like that. Then pants all the way up here. Just get like this. And we're just trying to mimic somewhat the shape. So you have shoe coming down like this, and then going back in here, and then this one. Shoe is a little too big. Shoe is a little too big, but I think in general, he looks alright. Think we did alright. going to do this, then hide the rest. Oh, I do want to keep the background. But if I now lock you and I start a layer here, I should be able to just go around. We've done about 3 shapes in half an hour. All right. So, am I... Okay. I'm a little dum-dum. Drawing on the layer below. Yeah. So, I have your face here. I have your torso, which the front of it is like here. Shoulder here. The hip is about here. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate anybody who is here right now. Joining me just for a chill little hangout, you know? No matter what you're doing, you're cooking, doing dishes, laundry, doing your own hobbies. Who knows? I hope you had a wonderful Friday and that you're now just at home chilling, doing something, or absolutely nothing, if that's what you like. So, line here, line here. Let's lower that up. So we have the head about here, which is like the face. Here. That comes down. And this goes into like the shoulder, cause we have a very much like front facing torso here with similar things for the hip. The knee comes down here. And then goes further to somewhere here. Meanwhile, this goes pretty straight down and keeps going. Oh. Shh. I don't know what you're talking about. I mm, I have a noodle brain and I just keep forgetting. And that's okay. That's more than okay, right? All right. Let's get this boy some shape, shall we? Feel like he does a bit of this. We're doing great, honestly. Like, we're doing a lot more complicated shapes today, but I think we're doing absolutely just fine, all things considered. There's like a thumb. Whew. Um, I I'm progressively making his feet like smaller and smaller. Um, Tiny feet. Honestly? Yes, if you look away for a second, things change. But I feel like the overlap really works. Like it is a pretty close overlap. He I realize now this model would work as like a Caleb Widowgast. That's the vibes he has, especially with like the long coats. For anybody who doesn't watch no more pig drawings, where where do you get Lechonk emotes? Hello? Wait, there's Lechonk is Just a general Twitch emote? Since when? Since when is LeChonk a general Twitch emote? I'm just confused now. Ooh. Also, not me having Twitter open and somebody, a certain somebody, just dropped a video. Why being an artist online sucks. Oh, look at him. He's just a sad little man. No worries, Zara. You just get your food figured out. Honestly, nutrition is important. I'm just being silly and forgetting about timers, because what is a constant in life if not the flow of time? You know? Does that even make sense? This one has a lot of. Exactly. So we have the shoulders here, the hips here, comes down, connects, has a little hands. Little knees here, and then comes down into their little shoes. So it's pretty straight on. I'd say, like, I feel like this is the front. You've got the hip bones here, attaching them into the legs. Is time not fluid? Is time a solid? I don't know. I'm just throwing things. So just trying to a little head where the face is like here facing, goes a little like this. Neck that comes down and falls onto like a pretty cubic. Maybe a little bit longer. That works. Here. That's about it. That's pretty okay. Kind of speeding up. Like, this is a very simple outfit, so there's nothing really special about training getting the folds in. But this pose is a little bit more interesting, I'd say. The next one. And this one has layers. Like, that is layered. Hello. We should. Oh. I got caught. Going onto my phone. I was like, hello. Do I need to share that we're live? Where we're just chilling. Just chilling like there's no tomorrow. Whoop. I shouldn't get too distracted. But I did forget to get water, so at some point I need to go into a little break. Yes. Yes. Nice catch. I need to stop forgetting them. You should probably just get a streamer deck for yourself where you can push the button. Cute little drawings on the t-shirt. Definitely what we should be doing while on the timer. But hey, look at this. So we have torso here, right? We have the hips right about here. Then connecting into this, this. We're Sleepy Friday. I mean, it's been a week. It's been a week. We've all been doing our weekly stuff, and the weekend is coming up, so I can imagine a lot more people actually being a lot more tired than they realize, including me. Maybe I'll go to bed early. Something like that. Then here, and then going forward. And then here, feel like it cuts about here. And then it goes like this. So you get like okay, he needed to be a little bit taller, but honestly, not a bad effort. Whoop. So we got shoulders. Those connect. Going down. I feel like the shoulders are a little more slanted. Like this one is a little lower than this one. And then here you have a little bit of the opposite. Got a knee here, got a knee here. And then that goes into foot here. Foot here. And we got little elbows. All right. Something like that. Something like that. Just go here. Have our little face. Then the slightly slanted shoulders. Below it, we come down pretty straight. Let's give us 5 minutes. We're early on, but I feel like we can do it. It's about here. Then this one goes out a bit more. And then comes down pretty straight to do like a little box feet. That foot is way too big. Something more like that. That looks more like it. Probably. Hopefully. But we keep going. We hit about here and then just do a little like this. The arms come out till here, come back in, and then you have this. Something like that. You have the shoulders slanting out of this. And then you have the torso, but because of the jacket, it looks quite puffy. So you can never really tell. So I'm gonna do a new layer. Just have the head, a bit of hair. Like that, and then you have somewhat slanted shoulder that keeps going out. Arms about yay big. Little coat that like flaps a little. Somewhere around here. And then that folds over into what I assume is like his hood. And this does like a thing here. You have that coming into a hand right about here. You have this, which is about a tie. And then also something like this. Here you cut in. Clown shoes. Well, you know what they say about people with big feet? Big shoes. So this guy must trip a lot. Something like that. Got the pants here. Oh, we need to, like, this is a leg. This is enough of a leg to be a leg. And then you get your little feetsies here. Weirdly enough, should have been broader. Well, in a sense. But Still pretty close. Still pretty close. Okay. We're about an hour in, which for me means I should probably get some water. So I'm going to, before we jump into the next boy, actually hit like a 5 minute timer and we'll be back then. So, bye bye. Hi, welcome back. I hope you're still doing all right. Thank you, Vic, for having it pop off. I'm going to turn down the music maybe a little bit more. I don't know. I need to, because I moved the microphone a bit away. How's this sounding, by the way? Is the audio still okay? Hello? Um, but we're back now, so we can do some more gestures. Teeny bit lower than the lo-fi. Okay, thank you. I think that's kind of what we're trying to go for now. Like I'm not trying to have to yell, but also I'm not trying to breathe down the microphone. How's this? Is this a bit better? I moved it a bit closer, but just more to the side. So it's catching it, but not extremely harsh. Okay, that's great. Alright, let's jump back into it, shall we? I've had some water. My throat is hydrated. And we have a new boy to gesture draw. So let's start. He has like his jaw like this. Shoulder points are about here, with the hip being about here. Elbows come out both sides, and then just dip back in. Hands disappearing into the pockets again. This person really loves having their hands in their pockets. And then we have a little feetsies. Just a tiny bit of feetsies. Coming in here. That looks like a decent skeleton structure, right? Alright, so we have the head about here, straight down the middle. Split that up a bit like this. We have the shoulders about here, a little higher. Right? Neck comes down in the middle and actually keeps going down till about here, where we have the hips. I need to put on a timer. Thank you. I keep forgetting my timer, and I should find a way to uh, to honestly give like a command in chat or something. Which I'll figure that out. Sure, I will. Keeps going a bit, and then like here we end up with the feetsies. Right? Cute little blobs. That looks about right. I don't know if I drew the shoulders a bit too wide, but I think it'll work for now. I think we'll make it work. Let's see. Um, the hand does like a thing here. It's way higher up. Like I missed. I think the hips need to be. The hips need to be more here. I need to. I shouldn't talk into my hand. Like something like that more. So then the hands can do like their thing here. Here we get the elbow coming out, coming back in, and about here it splits into what the hand wants to be. I feel like that's pretty correct. We're going to lower the opacity on this one a little bit and use this as the reference point to draw more of the actual shape. Alright, so we have like a little face here, little hair, shoulders come out and then drop about here. Then you have the arms, but from the shoulder, this comes down pretty much like this and ends up doing something like this. Here you have the pants, and inside it does more like a little curve with a little at the end, just going over the feet. You can see the coat behind his leg. This leg does more like a something like that, I think. The turtleneck is fine. We have the shoulder here. Oof. Becomes close. Let's speed it up then. This comes down. You get like a little curve here. Something like that. The arm does its thing here. Goes into the pocket of the pants, which means the sweater needs to be about here. It is missing an entire arm, but look, we're fixing it. We're fixing it. It has an arm and a foot. I realized how close the time was getting near the end, and I was like, I need to start giving this guy appendages. Okay. It's not looking bad. I missed a little bit of the coat, like here-ish. Could have done like a button if I had a little bit more time. But generally, a great attempt, I'd call it. we have little guy over here. He is sassy. The only thing I'm wondering is this can't be a scarf, right? Like this is a hood. It's not a scarf because it's part of the thing that sticks out underneath here. Let's give him a little skeleton so we can try and recreate him. Something like that. Knee is I think your knee is here, right? Like something like that. And then you have your leg here and the foot. Leg here and the side of the foot. That looks about right. It's an infinity scarf. Like it just keeps wrapping around him. I mean, honestly, that could work. That could work. So this is like the front of him. Just going shoulders. Oh, I should probably do this on a whole new layer. So this is like the front. Going like this. Adding the shoulder, the elbows. The other shoulders. Then adding the hip. Here we get these. We do this. Okay. I think we have a pretty decent understanding of how he works. So now let's give ourselves 2 minutes on the clock. It's about here. That comes down. You have about here. So something like this. And this. Something about this. And this. And then from here, this goes down pretty straight. I mean, I gave myself like a decent amount of time to kind of give it a quick study. So a foot here, this comes out a bit here, then down again to do like a triangle foot, like this. Okay, lock this, we get here, the front is here, we get a shoulder, this goes up here, and we get this. Now we get here, like this somewhat, and the leg here. So we're looking at it more from a side view. Something like that. Like the legs are like at a 45-degree angle, somewhat. How long did I go over time? Did it just run out? Was it at least somewhat close? I forgot a lot on this guy, huh? Okay, but we got close. We got close, and the shape is there. Where with the faster ones, I'm just trying to go more for the build, the pose, which I think we did. Ooh. Oh, that's right. You're at the concert. You're uh you're watching Post Malone. See you on Sunday. Uh, here it is. Um, I can just invert this. So we've done the ones on the left hand. So now we can just lock these. Get ready. And let's give ourselves 5 minutes. So we have the head here, shoulders coming out, coming in, coming out, coming in. And usually, like the shoulders and the hips are like opposed in these poses because like you need a weight distribution. Apparently, that's what I remember from my art classes. So you have the face here, shoulders slanted like this. It's gonna be too big. It's gonna be too big. So, face is about here. We have shoulders slanted. Come in here and here. Elbow is about here. And then it comes in pretty sharply. The hips do something like this, with then the knee being a lot shorter on this side than on this side where it buckles out a bit. And we keep going straight down. We're speed running. Just breaking down the shape. The elbow comes out quite a bit and then meets about here, so it would actually be more here-ish, like this. Is it? Who knows? Um. So. This is somewhat a straight angle. Then this drops here. You get like a little bit of the arm. And this is something like this. This leather jacket moves a lot more fluently than I had expected it to do. Like it's very wrinkly. Something like this. Arms here. Arms here. Then we get the leg, right? And the leg is really not that thick. Like, this dude has skinny legs. So something like that. And then okay. Okay. Not too bad. Not too bad. Uh, and that were what? 12 people? That were 12 poses so far. So I feel like we're coming up to our 30 gesture drawings. So I'm gonna grab some new references. I've found one that I think I'll regret. The leg goes off frame here, so it doesn't really matter. But we can do this. So you have a shoulder, a shoulder, a shoulder. So many shoulders. A shoulder joint. And that goes here. Then you have hip joints here. And you have like an arching. Got a head right around here. Elbow, wrist. And I cannot tell, but I think this is the elbow and this is the wrist. Then this comes up to here and then down to here, which ends up becoming the foot here. A shoulder, a shoulder joint. Um, so this is about what that would look like, right? Like you get the front of the torso here, and then you have like your hip joints about here. You add here. You get like some overlap here. And then here, this is like joint upon joint. So I have head about here, right? Then I have a shoulder joint about here and about here, I'd say. Then from the back of the head, there's a curved into here and here. The hip is a little smaller, like more here. Right? Then you have the knee coming up into this space and then coming down right around here into the foot. And this keeps going down into this space. Here you have the layer upon layer of thingies. And then here you get like the wrist. Okay. This is a lot more like 3D heavy of a reference, so I'm trying to see. So you have the face here. That would mean the front of the torso would go about here. Overextends a bit because you have the 3D shape that happens to be here that goes into this shoulder joint, and you have like the shoulder joint here that goes into this one, and then here you have another one. These are a lot more complicated than like the easy clothing one, but I do like the gymnastic martial art references. Doing something like this. From what I remember, they always said you give sort of like a bowl structure to the. Oh, hi. Thank you for following Viral Embrace. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoy your stay. We're coming up towards the end of the stream in about 15 minutes, but we're going through a 1 year art journey. Details are in the chat. And I hope you like it. We have the legs coming up like this somewhat. And then coming back down here. I see. Uh, it's not anything I'm currently interested in, but thank you. I am. Mm, I drew her a little too tall, I think, but generally, um, pretty close. Yeah, a little too tall, I think. But we're pretty close on it. Uh, I need a new reference right now for like uh oh, that is not appropriate for stream. I forget people do nude drawing. Um, all right. I think these two are going to be the last ones for today. So we're going to draw these fierce poses. These have a more of a side angle look to them, which is kind of an angle we don't really do, like we haven't done. Uh, Thank you. I also don't have it open, so I didn't know how to. But thank you. Um. So. So you have like the torso with the shoulder joint here. Then you have the hip about here with the joint going into that, and you also have here going into this. We have our strong warrior with like a whip. And this one would be like, we're looking a lot more um, from like the top. So you'd get something like this, where this is a top view, this is a front plane. You get like the shoulder joints here, shoulder joints here. These connect into the elbow, and then something here. And on top of this, you'd get like the joint going into the face. As well as, so she's leaning a lot more forward, right? She's leaning forward, but her hips and her legs are still very vertical, so you get like a little less tilt here. And then here going into this. This goes to the back. Meanwhile, this one comes actually like straight forward. And then it goes down. I think those are pretty straight on. Uh, let's do one more. Let's do one more. Oh, that looks kind of fun. Let's do Control V. She's like mid backflip. So, how to go about this? The shoulder is about here. The head faces this way, with the spine going like somewhere around here. Thank you. I'm trying to like make the last ones also a bit more challenging. Um like I've done most of these exercises like years ago, back in uni. So it's not all new, but I'm also trying to get back into it after not having to do these drawings for like 4 years. Um. Oh, that was not my intention. I wanted her to, yeah, and then I want this. Lower it down a little bit. And then we have, so we have the face here, right? And it faces like this, kind of. We have shoulders on top. And from it comes like a very bendy spine, right? With her hips on top of that. Elbow would be about here. And then going even further, something like this. Meanwhile, this one comes out until it's like, alright, okay, the hip needs to be a little bit more here, I think. And then this leg goes up here, and we hit like a foot here. This is a lot more of a horizontal line, forming a little bit of an X here, and then going like this. And we have the hand doing this, right? Lower it a bit. Okay, so if we do the volumes, this is like the front of the chest. Right? And then we have the hips kind of here, bending. We have the hip joints underneath this. And then from this, we have connections being made to the other points. Something like this. And then, right? And we have the shoulder joint is like right up there. And here it would be behind it. This arm comes up a little, goes here, and then keeps going until it like comes past here. Meanwhile, this does something like this and has this hand here. So I feel like something like this. Okay, a little wide, but I would say generally getting the vibe from it. And I think that makes this like the 30th or the 31st gesture drawing that we did this week, which means that we have one thing that we can tick off on the objectives over there, like the other side, the one that I'm currently trying to flash. Hello? Oh, wait, maybe it's. Yeah. So I think that means we have completed our objective for today, the 30 plus simple poses. Simple poses, the last ones weren't that simple, but we did generally simple poses. Um, and we can start looking into perspective next week. So if you're in chat, we're trying to do 6:30 p.m. on both Tuesday and Fridays consistently, and then streaming for about 2 hours. So 6:30 British time, that is, by the way. And we'll see how far we get. Right now, we're doing really great, and I'm really happy with the progression so far. And thank you to everybody who came out, people who are lurking, and people who are just using this as their background while they're doing their things, like their own hobbies, their chores, working. Really appreciate you coming out. So, with that, I will see all of you lovelies next week on Tuesday. And I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Bye bye.